but also a lot of channel points. But the amount of channel points Stumpy's about to win if Guild actually wins,
and a public apology to him as well.
Yeah, this is not going to be a good day for us. So yeah, I'm really, I'm expecting BDS to do what BDS do, and that's to just get the win here. That being said, this is a double elimination knockout gauntlet, so BDS can't, they've been to lower bracket before. It wouldn't be completely brand new, so I'm a little bit scared.
So, best of 5. Win this, you move on. Lose it, and you'll be taking on either Endpoint or Dignitas over in the lower bracket. All the work over the last 2 days leading up to this point. A quick reminder as well, 0-7 is Guild's record this season. They have actually got 1 win up against BDS. That was in the field. So, probably a scrim win for them, if anything.
Didn't they beat them in I think they beat them in the BTS event between
maybe, yes.
or mid-winter split, but that was when BDS, they lost everything in the off-season, so I don't really know what was going on there, but they're fine in RLCS X events, more than fine, simply the best. And so far, looking good for BDS. Just clean plays, quick plays, and although Guild are getting to do what they like to do, which is heavy hits towards the midfield, heavy hits towards the backboard, I don't think that's going to cause any problems for BDS at all, even though it's Guild's strong point.
Well, it's going to be Extra already up for the challenge. Monkey Moon, good catch from him. Flick over the top. It's off the backboard, and Devo will trap the ball away. Monkey Moon really has been one of the standouts this season, but he is all by himself. Ducks up from Devo! And Monkey Moon stood his ground and dared 2 players to beat him.
Monkey Moon with nerves of steel, he just looked at the bump as it was coming towards him, didn't move. And turns out you don't want to play chicken against Monkey Moon, because he really will not give up there. Saving his team once again. And, we're talking about BDS being the best team in the world, at least in the eyes of the opinions of most. Monkey Moon's really been their star player. He's been the guy who's he's been carrying for so long, and now he doesn't really have to carry all that hard because his team are so good. Oh, suddenly a ball just bounced through the box. I don't know how that one made it through uncontested. I don't think Guild expected it either because no one was there.
You just expect that BDS will at least be able to get rid of it. Marked by 8 over to the backboard. That has been well covered so far. Once again, Devo the first one on the scene. So far, actually, Foe might get a chance off the backboard. Looks for the shot, and
wow,
Marked by 8 will find it. It was always going to be a tough angle to get through, especially with a goalkeeper around. But so far, Guild looking like the stronger of the 2 teams.
Yeah, they've had the best 2 chances. Obviously, the best chance of the game has to be that 2v1 where Monkey Moon was just the hero in defense. And that was probably second best chance, but you only need 1. BDS put it in the top left corner. Perfect placement from Extra after those challenge really does not go very well. That bounce is unfavorable. It's not what you want.
And Extra always finds the corners. He does it yet again. And 2 minutes is not too much time here for Guild to respond, especially as a team that have been known to concede multiple goals in a row. Just get a little bit excited sometimes, desperate to get themselves back into these games. Here is Foe. Right back down to Monkey Moon. Not the best touch from him. And Nolly up in the challenge. Extra doubles up.
Yeah, Extra from a bit further range showed his perfect placement. Here he just shows the good hitbox on the 50-50. Knows it where he needs to be on that challenge to just force it straight through. He's got the placement. Now he's got the power. And BDS have got the 2-goal lead.
And again, I think Foe wasn't quite as at fault for the first goal. That's just one of those bounces that happens. The second one is careless, and that's another chance given away by Guild. If you're going to play it out from your backboard, you either have to make sure that you're getting that second touch, getting yourself at least some sort of block, or get it away. And he managed to do neither of those. Now they're looking for the third one. Monkey Moon just cleans up, but the damage was already done.
Yeah, we've got Extra forcing the goalkeepers into the net, and then Mark clearing them out of the way. And his name sounds like a luxury brand, and his plays are definitely luxurious. Monkey Moon with his easiest goal of the day.
Oh, that should spell the end of this game. That one almost went in. Devo looking to try and escape. Marked by a early challenge. Taken down by Foe. He does have Devo up in support. Might not need it, actually, as Monkey Moon will clear. Guild will look at this match as an opportunity lost. They were heading into the final few minutes of it, all tied up. Had a couple of good chances their way, and then just one thing went wrong, and then it led to a domino effect where everything else went against them. That's a BDS. Job done as usual. Booming clear here from Extra.
Oh, wow.
Will that be the hat trick? Don't mess with him.
Yeah, you know, you can forgive Guild for this one. They're pressing up and trying to get a goal back. Tho wants to attack the near post, but that is just too close to Extra, and he's not going to miss from this kind of angle. He's got too much space to go over the top of Tho and still comfortably knock the ball underneath the crossbar. Pure destruction in game one now after a reasonable start for Guild. But, you know, it started off with the defense really shining for BDS. Before they started to dominate the midfield and slap in goal after goal. Really, for me, the play of the game is that save in a 1v2 by Monkey Moon. He's under threat of being demoed. There's a shot coming in from a dribbling player, and he just dealt with it effortlessly. And it really does show his mastery of not just 3v3, but even 1v2. And I think his mastery of all game modes in Rocket League really helped him out there.
Looking to just try and get themselves a goal. Monkey Moon quite easily sees that ball away. And for those of you, who've only just tuned into Rocket League for the first time during Season X, it's hard to believe that Extra was part of, the worst performing team in Europe last season.
Yeah.
I think a lot of players out there will just be thinking, maybe we should have just given AS Monaco a little bit, make it a little bit more difficult for him to move teams.
Yeah, well, Extra, he was great in the rival series, then made it into he actually just got picked up by a team in RLCS, so he definitely had a lot of potential for a long time. Clearly looked like he was a good mechanical player, and there's so many of these very good mechanical players who are just waiting for the right team to come along. But check out this save from Monkey Moon. Just dashes to the side off Devo's demo and deflects the ball safely into the corner. That's just perfect play by Monkey Moon, really. A very safe angle to take a challenge and deflect the ball into the corner. Something Guild failed to do for their first goal they conceded. Though didn't get a deflection towards safety. He actually got a deflection on his challenge away from the wall. And that's what allowed Extra that angle to get his shot into the top left corner. He's really just shown up, well, all of the BDS really showing up huge in this game. The disruption from Mark, the shooting from Extra, and just the all-around brilliance from Monkey Moon.
And that has been pretty much the only complaint that has been thrown at BDS this season, is that sometimes they can be slow to start. They had a couple of times during the Swiss broadcast where they had a couple of series where they went to 5, maybe a couple of losses that they weren't quite expecting. Today, not having that problem. They spent 3 minutes getting themselves settled down, and then they spent 2 minutes decimating Guild Esports, taking themselves game number 1, and also not conceding anything in the process. As we get ourselves going for game 2. And as always, I think Tho is kind of offensively. Oh, wait, here we go. Nolly looking for an extra shot. And Devo actually went around it. Now Monkey Moon up against Tho, but his first touch took it away. I think offensively, Tho is delivering what you expect from him to do. They will need to find that follow-up, though. There's a couple of times in the last game where Guild were getting spaces that they just didn't expect and had nobody to follow up.
This is really proving to be, I would say, top tier BDS so far, Shogun. A lot of people are questioning, would they take it easy here? They've already made Worlds, even a split early. They've already qualified. They've got enough points on the circuit because they couldn't stop winning in the first 2 splits. It doesn't look like that's the case. These guys are absolutely playing some great Rocket League at the moment. The synergy's there, the mechanics are looking great. And although Guild have kept up the pace, and they're not a sluggish team by any stretch of the imagination. Look at this shot actually deflecting wide. Mark just leaves it. Yeah, Guild are being made to look second best here. They need something special. They need something surprising. So that's really been the issue for me, is BDS have predicted and they've seen everything Guild have tried to do so far.
Oh, Tho holds off the bump. And still in position to get a save after the fact, but this is unrelenting BDS pressure, exactly where they want to be. They won't try and force the issue too quickly, just going to wait for you to be boost-starved. Wait for you to make that one mistake and take the chance that they are given. Marked by 8, down on the floor. Monkey Moon taking a little bit too much time. Nolly really not taking any risks. And Devo takes advantage of an extra mistake. But his teammate will bail him out. Again, though, Guild starting off very, very well. And you did mention the accolades of BDS. You know, they have already managed to win both of the majors we've had so far. They've got themselves through to that World Championship. The only thing they haven't done is win 3 RLCS events in a row. I know, what a poor
really
thing from them.
Yep.
That's what they're aiming for is today. That's their motivation for this tournament.
Only 2 RLCSX events in a row.
It's like you don't even want to be remembered. Like, nobody will, you know, RLCS season 12, they don't remember at that point as Monkey Moon.
Dear.
Well, they'll take advantage of the fact that Guild forgot to clear the ball.
Devo had a bit of an awkward read here, couldn't really make up his mind what to do with it. When he realized that the ball was in fact going to stick to the wall, he committed to that back wall and tried to just chip the ball off without jumping to keep himself relevant in the game. Now obviously there is a little bit of thought behind that. If he jumps off that wall, he's gone. He's got no other wall to land on. He's going to be floating off into midfield. So it's definitely preferable if you can to just chip that and then jump off after it when you see how far it goes. But it didn't sit close enough to the wall. Devo fails to make contact. And another risky play by GLD in defense leaves them trailing 1-0. Remember, this is all best of 5 today, so they've got to pick themselves up here and quickly.
Yeah, because they've probably got the most difficult task to face if they do drop down to the lower bracket.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There is no easy matchup there. Dignitas or Endpoint, one of them coming in from a win as Monkey Moon almost found the pre-flip shot. Very difficult angle to find, but Monkey Moon does tend to find them. Foe looking for a way out. They've at least got a little bit of pinball to get them away from a very tough defensive situation. But it is right back over to BDS, still looking for that second goal. Clear from Foe. He's going to want a second touch. Devo dives on in. Nolly already up. That's a good win actually from Nolly. He can try and get this. Flip reset as Devo is looking for Monkey Moon. If they could have just found something on net, that might have been their chance. But he's still downfield. He managed to predict the future, and BDS right on offense.
Yeah, Mark just lingering in the Guild half. I don't think they even knew exactly where he was, but he almost managed to get a goal off that. At the other end of the field, Nolly threatened a flip reset. It was just a very awkward one to get under while still being able to do something with it. I mean, there's no point getting a flip reset on the back of the ball there. That's Nolly's thinking, because if he gets it, so what? He can't really utilize it. So he tried to really wrap himself around the ball on the underside, and it would just prove to be a bit too difficult.
1 minute left. Guild once again trailing, but this time the game has not got away from them. Managed to stabilize after conceding. They haven't really seen too much offense so far. Foe looks to try and change exactly that. Where are the pass options for them? They're low on boost. They've got nobody to go to. Only back out. Onto Marbae, but that is a good block from Devo. Infield pass. Back over to where it came from. A little bit too much power. And 1 minute has now turned into 30 seconds. And they will need a big opportunity. Low boost for Marbae. It does give Foe a chance to move in. Gilder just got to send everything at this.
Yeah, again, Gilder they're struggling to create chances. Everything they do is being read by BDS quite easily. They need something sneaky. You know, Nolly's flip resets would be great. This is a passing play. That's going to catch BDS off guard. Extra's still got it covered. Best try of the game for Guild in the closing seconds. But BDS even stop that one. You know, that kind of play is exactly what they need to be doing, though. That's good from Guild. Passing, trying to get BDS facing the wrong way, getting their momentum in the wrong direction. Unfortunately, it was a little bit too late. Just not enough chances, not enough creativity in the mid game for Guild.
Yeah, I think it's difficult as well for them to really set up for that, because if they want to go for those passing plays, it needs them to have at least 2 players in the other side of the field. How often have they had that chance? BDS have been all over them offensively. Yeah. You know, you've got to not only have players over there, you've got to have the boost, you've got to be able to at least commit to the idea that we can score from this and not leave our third man in an atrocious position, and it just hasn't been there for them at all. But for BDS, you know, a 1-0 scoreline in a game that they very much dominated, look to be just strolling their way through to the tomorrow's playoffs. No issues at all so far, and a team that is running out of questions to answer.
Well, you know, it's a problem. BDS are a problem for every team in Europe. The fact that Gilder 2 goes 2 games down is not a surprise, and it's, you know, it's something that they're going to struggle to deal with, because they can't look at the formula another team has used, a team with a good record against BDS, because that team doesn't exist. No one has a good record against BDS. Everyone's record against BDS is not just bad, it's horrendous. So it really is just the ultimate Rocket League conundrum at the moment. How do you beat these guys whenever you slow down the game? They're perfectly comfortable playing the ground game, the 50-50s, as we saw from Monkey Moon in game number 1. And when you try and beat them to the ball, you're fighting losing battles over and over again.
Oh, Guild will know the task ahead of them, currently only just holding on to those top 6 spots. I've got multiple teams behind them, Galaxy Racer and Endpoint being the primary ones. Team Queso also not too far off. All teams are still in, all teams that might pressure as Monkey Moon gets ready. Does get bumped away from Extra, that leaves Mark by 8 all by himself, but the shot is directly at him. Guild do end up losing this. We could get a blockbuster match later on today between Endpoint and Guild to try and secure a top 8 spot, but that would also depend on Endpoint beating Dignitas.
Yeah, quite the rivalry, Guild and Endpoint, but unfortunately for Endpoint, they're the team who have sort of fallen off from that level, whereas Guild have they've hung about, if not improved recently. Yeah, you've got to be expecting Dignitas to advance and give Guild some trouble later on. If Guild do lose this series, it's not over yet. They're definitely in a lot of trouble here, but only losing 1-0, and it was an unforced error that led to BDS scoring in the last game. I don't think BDS were interested in conceding, even going into a 15-minute overtime, potentially.
Oh, wow.
What save, though, with a perfect deflection. A Monkey Moon shot. It just feels like it's coming eventually, though. Guild need to do something. They need to get goals, because it feels inevitable that BDS will score at some point, probably more than once.
Well, so far, Guild have done a very good job of at least staving their way through the first half of the game, keeping it close. But they just haven't had any answer after the fact. They've had no way through this defense. As BDS, we saw earlier on, do have less saves this season. There's a reason for that. They play less defense, as Foe finds himself dunked by Monkey Moon Extra coming up to help out. Monkey Moon calling him off, goes for the half rotation by himself. Thanks to the midfield, there's a bump on Mark by 8. A chance actually to break, but instead it's for Monkey Moon. And just like that, 2v3 didn't matter for BDS. They were going to take it anyway.
I mean, it's just unbelievable. Did this guy slow down? I feel like he's been supersonic for the last minute of gameplay. Not a single moment in this entire play leading up to this goal did Monkey Moon slow down. And he's just overtaken Guild players left and right. It's these recoveries that really enable BDS to do what they do, to the level of consistency that they do it. They are so confident being aggressive in the final third because they know that their teammates are going to be recovering at supersonic and backing them up. So every single time that these guys are attacking the ball, they're doing it as quickly as possible, and now Guild are in real trouble. It's another goal by Scramble. It's extras to finish. He's gonna mind game one. Debo just goes straight through the ball. That's the only thing that would have worked there, so well done by Debo. Doesn't want to get faked after his teammate did. Here come BDS again, though. They're just relentless.
And they just put the ball in such tricky spots. Not every hit is designed to score. Every hit is designed to make things awkward, and awkward is exactly how I would describe the situation for Mark by 8, as he's got another touch he didn't want. Now off the backboard, Monkey Moon clears away. Also had Extra, who might have had a better angle. Again, a double commit, and finally, the first goal of the series for Guild Esports. And my goodness, did they need it.
Yeah, and a bit of a mistake there. Monkey Moon maybe didn't need to play the ball. It looked like one of his teammates had the better clear, as they had a back wall to jump off. And then in the following center ball, he's misread the bounce, so I guess even gods can bleed. Monkey Moon making a few mistakes, or a couple of mistakes, I should say, in defense, and Guild are able to capitalize. The faith needed to be there for Guild, even though it seems unlikely that a couple of BDS players are going to miss the ball as it centers. You have to just commit. You're there. There's no point being there at the back post unless you're going to go for it. So that's well done by Nolly to just fully commit to the play, gets Guild their goal.
That was a position that they backed down in earlier on. It's Nolly one-on-one against Monkey Moon, and Monkey Moon far too solid when he can get his car behind the ball. And that's actually a misread from Foe, and unfortunately, yet again, we will be pointing the finger towards him as another reason why Guild Esports have conceded.
Oh yeah, he thought that was going to hit the ceiling. Well, definitely hit the ceiling a lot harder than it did, even if it did graze it. Yeah, that was just an attempted read on a bounce. It didn't happen. And again, BDS have taken the lead here. Guild didn't really need to take that risk. I reckon Though could have probably slow played this or taken a more defensive approach because they scored already. They're in a tight game. Don't need to be making those really risky reads because every time you miss there, you're getting scored on. even if you get the read, it's probably just a midfield play anyway, so it's a big risk for very little reward.
Extra over to the wall. 30 seconds. GLD Esports took themselves 12.5 minutes to get their first goal. They now have 30 seconds to get themselves their second. Devo takes the ball down. Didn't have a passing option. He's still going to try and take all the players, but Monkey Moon far too calm under pressure. He's on the breakaway. Pass over to Extra, looking to finish it. And Extra is scoring for fun today.
Yeah, the ground game it never has been an option for Guild. They're getting decimated in 50-50s. Even all their bumping plays are failing to come to fruition. And Monkey Moon showing why. He is, I think, currently 4th in the 1v1 leaderboard. It says he's washed up in ones. I would tend to disagree with that kind of record. Looking monstrous in every solo play that's developed in this game.
So, GLD Esports will know the challenge ahead of them. It will either be Dignitas or Endpoint for them later on today. As Monkey Moon wanted to try and add one more to the tally. He's not going to quite do so. You've got to say, the real winners here are the teams that are up against them, trying to chase down those top 6 spots. Team Queso especially be very happy with this result, but I tell you who isn't happy with this right now. Me and you, Johnny, because we have to go and have a word with Stumpy after all of this. After he, well, you at least got something out of this. I didn't, all right? I didn't put any channel points on this one. I put faith in Stumpy to put a good prediction on the board, and he put it on Guild, and they scored a singular goal.
Yeah, well, channel points are channel points. I'm going to take him. Probably didn't get a lot of channel points there because I imagine most of Twitch chat did the smart thing and actually put them on BDS to win there. Unlucky Stumpy, though. You're going to have to start again from scratch. 250,000 channel points. Gone. Very unfortunate.
I do wonder as well if that was on the shared account that him and Cole tend to use. That will be very interesting. I'm looking forward to hearing from them later on. But when we come back, we'll just find out who is going to join BDS in tomorrow's playoffs, as we have got the surprise of yesterday, Rix GG taking on Solary.